pressure is heavy, 300 feet down. The sun is a memory. Your lungs burn.
Your light barely bites into the dark. Then, the silt clears. You aren't looking at a reef.
You're looking at a tomb of riveted steel, frozen in a silent scream.
What happens when history refuses to stay buried?
Just darkness.
It was supposed to be a routine salvage survey off the coast of the Atlantic. The sonar had picked up a glitch.
A shadow that shouldn't have been there.
No manifest listed a ship in these coordinates. No distress signal. Just a ghost on the digital screen.
The ship was the SS Aethelgard, missing since 1926. For 100 years, it had been a ghost story told by deckhands.
Now, it was directly beneath the hull of our boat. We dropped into the blue, descending through the twilight zone, where the light dies and the cold takes over. We reached the deck. The ship was wrapped in a shroud of kelp and decay. Everything was as it should be, rusted, decaying, reclaimed by the sea.
We breached the airlock. The metal groaned, a metallic screech that traveled through the water and rattled our teeth.
We pushed into the galley. It was a time capsule. Plates were still stacked in the racks. A heavy coat hung on a peg, perfectly preserved by the crushing pressure and the lack of oxygen.
But then, the beam of my light hit the center table. My breath hitched in my throat. It wasn't just the food, it was the smell. Even through the regulator, I could smell the faint, metallic scent of fresh iron and rosemary. And then, the sound began. Not the groan of the ship, a steady, rhythmic tick-tock.
I grabbed my camera. The pocket watch lay on the wood. It was ticking.
A clear, mechanical heartbeat against the silence of the deep.
I looked at the watch face. The date dial was shifting. It wasn't stuck on 1926.
It was counting the days to today's date, flashing in gold beneath the glass. I reached out to touch it, and the room went pitch black. My light died. Then, the ambient sound changed.
The hum of the current was replaced by the muffled, distant sound of a ballroom orchestra playing a waltz.
I didn't wait to see what was behind me. I scrambled for the hatch.
When I reached the surface, the captain looked at my footage. He didn't say a word. He just pointed at the playback.
The camera had been running for 20 minutes. But in the video, the room was empty. No table, no meal, no watch. Only a pile of human bones arranged in a perfect circle.
We went back the next day with a sub. The ship was gone, not moved, not sunken deeper, just vanished.
The seabed was flat, barren, and completely empty. But later that night, in my bunk, I heard it, ticking, coming from the pocket of my own dry suit.